Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MAC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for Friday, May the 8th. We jump to our news items for today. Big report here due in a couple of minutes here. The unemployment rate is expected at about 16%. We have lost almost 33.7 million jobs in the last 7 weeks. Again, market has assumed at this point all of that impact. That's why the market continues in spite of that, which expecting to continue to go up. We've been talking about this for the last several weeks. So what does the market look like today? Now we're going to have an effect today. There is no doubt about it that the job numbers may have an effect on the market right now. Although the market is up, we're expecting a little bit of movement here, quick movement. Now, what do we find ourselves? We find ourselves exactly where I was talking about last several days and weeks. Between the two moving averages right now at this point has moved higher here to the 20 SMA and the 80 SMA. That's where we find ourselves right now. I told you we are going to be here for a couple of days. Now we're expecting some movement. The movement can only happen in two ways. It can continue to the upside, breaking above the 80 and then running into the 200, or breaking the 220 and coming down to this level here and crashing against the 50 and potentially this previous level of resistance, which was support, then became resistance, and now it can become support again. So that's where we find ourselves right now in a very precarious situation. Now, again, remember the market is already assuming a lot of this damage that was expected on the reports. The damage happened. We shut down the economy. Now we're seeing the actual effects from week to week on these reports. But the market seems to be holding steady between these two areas. Volume has obviously drastically reduced. We're averaging about 1.5 million, and our ATR is down to 96. Remember, we had highs up here of huge, tremendous numbers, 3.44 million, 5 million, and our ATR was almost at 190. So things are settling down, but the market's still providing a lot of opportunity. So let's look at our analysis chart here, our next time frame here, so we can get a better bird's eye view. Now remember, we had this area here that we had developed, this resistance area here that caused the run to the downside. Market attempted to break through, couldn't break through, held, finally broke through, and then eventually created the crash against the 80 SMA. Comes back here, holds support, and then it clearly breaks down again, just as it did previously, but it didn't go as low as it did. It ran into a support area here. Here it is coming back again, crash, can't make it through, boom. Market obviously decides that this is enough of this right now, and it's creating a new high as we speak. Now, job numbers should be releasing as we're speaking, so you're going to see a lot of movement in the market right now. But the ultimate goal of the market is to try to retest that 80 SMA, this was the original one, obviously. That's what caused the market to return, but it's testing it as we speak right now as the average continue to move, slope a little lower. So we'll see what happens today. But more importantly, let's look at what the day looks like for us from a trading perspective. And what we have here is the market. Here's yesterday's close. Clearly broke above the intraday high of yesterday. This was our intraday high, this blue line here. Clearly broke above the intraday high. After here, it kind of consolidated a little bit, established the intraday low. Market clearly breaks through, finds support, attempts to run. There's the activity happening. This is all news based on the unemployment numbers right here. There it is right here. That's what we're looking at right here. So here's what's happening right here. This trend line here, as long as the market remains above this trend line, we're expecting the market to move a little higher. If it breaks clearly down, then it's looking for a floor. It's looking for a floor. Remember, here is a clear resistance, clear support. So there's your run, there's your top, there's your bottom, clear trend line, market breaks through it, trend line holding, expecting continuation higher. Otherwise, market is going to break down, retest this area here, and potentially retest this area here. If the market breaks this level here and this level here, we can expect a huge acceleration onto the intraday low from yesterday. So that's what we're looking at the market today. Take care. Make sure you plan your trade and trade your plan. Take care. Have a great weekend.